Well, hello, my friend, and welcome to my channel. Today I've got Night Owl Lacquer. Anyone else feel like a rainbow? And Nicole Diary ND115. I've started off with Nailtiques Formula 2, and look at this. Anyone else feel like a rainbow? Oh, stunning. Oh, it's so pretty. Y'all, I love this one on the nails. This is one of the polishes that I could totally wear and be happy with not having any nail art on it. It is so, so pretty. I do have some flakies trying to jump off my nails, so I'm going to rescue those, brush them back up on the nail. And here we go with our second coat. Anyone else feel like a rainbow? The layering of this, it's squishy, and those flakies are just sandwiched so beautifully between everything. It's just amazing. I am going to top it with the Pro FX Quick Dry Top Coat. Excuse me. And we're going to get this one to dry down. I do end up doing some playing, but I did wear this for a day on its own and enjoyed it just for its own loveliness. Telling y'all, it's just so pretty. And I do have a swatch photo coming up here very soon, as soon as I get Woody out here to help with a little bit of cleanup. So hi Woody, how you doing? Got a little bit of something going on there. There we go. So here's my swatch photo. Now I'm going to do some advanced stamping with ND115 today. I've got my Beauty Scraper and a couple of AliExpress stampers. Braves Diva on the black stamping polish. And a whole bunch of other stamping polishes to fill my design in. I'm just going to pull up, I end up changing out to my big monocle stamper because I had trouble with the other ones. So I'm going to pull up one big corner image and I'm going to fill it in. Sorry, I got a frog in my throat. So this reference for the name of this polish came from that 70s show, and it was where Kitty had gone to the doctor for menopause. Her babies were growing up and leaving her. They didn't need her anymore, and the doctor put her on some meds, and they had her feeling like a rainbow. So I had to have this polish just for that, and I'm so glad that I got it because it's absolutely gorgeous. So for that reference and everything, with it being rainbow, I thought I would put just a rainbow design on a couple of nails. I ended up doing my ring fingernail and an accent nail on my thumbnail also. So I had basically two accent nails. I used this one big image, and I wish I would have left a little bit more of it open to let the other polish shine through, the base polish. But you know, we get carried away when we play. And I figured since I wasn't doing all of the nails that it would be okay. I am using my Robin Moses The Wand brush to fill in this image today. And most of the polishes I'm using are by Nicole Diary. I think I've got one in there from Born Pretty, the purple one. But the rest of them, I believe, are all Nicole Diaries. And they work really good for filling in designs because they're so opaque. So I'm just willy-nilly slapping colors and filling in designs all over the place. And I did look through my stamping plates looking for just a rainbow. But I couldn't find one that was really big enough to, you know, make me happy. So I found this little image, and it just kind of had the swirls and loops and rainbow-ish looking. So I decided to just use it. And I'm pretty glad I did. So it worked out really well. Just bebopping along. Now I'm telling y'all, I had so much fun doing this. It's like a coloring book for adults almost. It's, you know, it's not colored by number. It's not telling me where to put stuff. So I'm just putting it wherever I want. Just there's no rhyme or reason with this. I'm just trying to make sure I get a little green on this side and a little green on that side. Just working my way through. And I do wipe my brush off in between colors. That way I don't get any, you know, cross-contamination or muddy-looking colors. Now this purple wasn't as thick or as opaque as the other polishes, but it was the right shade of purple, so I went ahead and stuck with it. I just figured if I had to do more than one layer, I would. I just be bopping along. So I really, really ended up loving this manicure. And I know at the final look, some of y'all are going to look at it and you're going to be like, well, that rainbow stuff just really doesn't work with that baby blue with all that, you know, like unicorn flakies or whatever. But for me, it worked because I knew the theme behind the, you know, the polish. So for me, in my head, it totally worked. I'm not trying to justify it. I'm just letting you guys know where I was, you know, coming from and going to with it. And I know a lot of times y'all just are like, wow, I can't believe you did that. And, oh, that looks so good. And I would have never done that. I would have never thought. Well, this is, you just got to take risk. And the thing is if you like it, don't worry about what everybody else thinks. If you like it, then that's really what matters, right? I mean, when it comes to nail polish, you just gotta, you know, don't be afraid to try things is what I'm saying. Just don't be scared. Jump in both feet and just do it. It's nail polish. You'll wear it a day or two or a week or whatever until you're sick of it. And then you take it off and do something else crazy. I do it all the time. So, you know, I guess that's what people are saying when they talk about my, you know, kind of like weird color arrangements working or a design that ended up turning out pretty cool. And I'm sorry I'm getting out of frame here, y'all. I'm concentrating. But what it is I'm just not scared to try because it's nail polish. When it comes down to it, if I'm really, really unhappy with manicure, just go get my little clippies and take it off. Start over again. Just put a base color on or something and go on about my day or my evening. I don't let that stop me. And, you know, y'all been with me long enough, you know, a lot of times I'll do a manicure and I'm not digging it. And then right there at the end, something will come up that saves it. Whether it's a glossy top coat, a, you know, glitter bomb of a, you know, topper, or, you know, some holographic, little scattered holographic topper or something. Just, you know, there's ways of making it work for you, at least until you have time to do your nails again, you know. That, and I know if I get something on my nails that I can't stand, y'all, ain't gonna be no time. I'm gonna be using an excuse. I gotta take this off. It's making me crazy. You know, we're having hot dogs, macaroni and cheese for dinner again because Mom got to do her nails. We need a quick dinner. Have y'all ever done that? Oh my goodness. So you can see I'm just kind of going crazy, and I really, really wish I'd have left like certain spots on it just like totally bare of these extra bright colors to let more. I did have a little spot on both nails that you could still see the underneath polish, but you know, some of that hindsight we talk about. I'm going to use the Maniology Smudge Free Top Coat, and I'm going to go over the back of this just to kind of seal it in a little bit. And I'm getting a little crazy with it. I realize this, and that's okay. It's not going to be too thick, I promise. But I'm going over it, and I'm going to let that dry completely. And then I'm going to go in with something else here in just a moment. This is something that my friend Kiwi, Simply Kiwi, and Guyleen use all the time. If you guys watch them, you'll know what I'm fixing to use. What I'm about to break out here on my channel. Here we go. And it's the Wet n Wild Clear. Guyleen swears by this, and Simply Kiwi loves this stuff. So I figured I needed to use it. It makes your decal more flexible, even if you have to leave it overnight. Guyleen says she leaves them overnight all the time and they're still flexible. So I thought, well, I don't know if I'm going to get to finish this manicure today. So I went ahead and used this. I was so happy to have finally found it in my town. I think I bought me a couple of bottles of it. But I end up letting this decal dry for about 30 minutes because I didn't want to ruin it. Look how bright and wild that is. So I'm going to peel it up off the stamper, and I'm going to do a little bit of trimming around the edges just to get the, edges I know for sure I'm not going to need off. I need a visual. I need to, see how I'm going to place this on nails. So I'm trying to just trim it up a little bit and make it neater looking for me. There we go. Get these junky little pieces out of the way because I'm visual. And then I'm going to try to figure out what part of this I'm going to put where. So I know I want some on that nail. And I'm like, well, okay, if I put that there, then I'll have enough for my thumb. So I'm going to go ahead and cut this decal to fit the ring fingernail, and then the rest of it can go towards the thumb. Now, there's a lot of this decal I'm not going to use, and it's okay. You'll find that when you do decals like this that, it's just hit or miss, hit or miss. So I am applying a clear coat, and this is it's called Miracle Nail from the Dollar Tree. It's not a sticky base coat, but it's just a little clear coat. And I'm doing one nail at a time. So I put a thin layer of that down, and now I am making sure to press out any air bubbles and push that down and make it stick to the nail really well. I'm going to go in with my cuticle pusher, and I'm going to cut off some of this excess back by my cuticle area. And see, these decals are still pretty good, even after letting them sit and drying for so long. Got that one off, and now I'm just going to trim the edge with my little nippy scissors. My little thread nippers is what they're called. And tap, 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 get the junk out of the way. And now I'm going to go in with my acetone and acetone additive with my cleanup brush, and I'm just going to go all the way around. I'm going to seal that end down there by tapping my brush flat across the end of it. I'll do this several times while I'm cleaning up. I've got to get up under there and get that big glob because I don't do well with those under my nails. And I know this is a very long video. I do apologize, but there were a ton of steps for this one. And I didn't want to shortchange you guys. I want y'all to see it. I do try to shorten my videos to make them easier to view. I know y'all got other things to do, other people to watch. And so I try to keep mine to a minimum. And here we go. We're going to put that super dry on that nail. And I am doing just a very, very thin coat. You don't want it squishy, sloppy. It'll be like a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. You squeeze it and everything squishes out. And then we're going to apply this decal. I'm going to make sure I'm going to the edge on both sides. There we go. And then mush it down in place. I do like it. I likes it. So I'm going to go ahead and snip the end off of it real quick. And I kind of get those corners too. It just makes it easier for cleanup, I think. And then we're going to go in with that cuticle pusher. And y'all, I promise I'm not cutting myself. You'll see afterwards. There's no blood. There's no red marks or anything. I'm not going crazy on it. I promise. I would not do that. But it just helps break that decal some. Kind of cuts it. So here we go. We're going to do our fabulous cleanup here with some acetone. And also going around the edges like that helps seal that decal down to the nail. Gets in there and kind of works a little bit of its own little glue magic. Tapping across the end like I do. There we go. I'm pretty happy with this. I am enjoying it already. There we go. Good stuff. Alright, so I'm going to use the smudge-free top coat from Maniology over the top. And that, because this side of it could still smear. I'm going to let that completely dry, and then I'll be using Moonshine Manny Let's Go Top Coat over the top of everything. Seal it all in and make it glossy and shiny. And there we go. So this is my manicure, and I really did like this one. I enjoyed it quite a bit. I wore it for another 6 days. Here are my swatch photos. I have 2 because I did my thumb, and I hope you enjoyed it, so leave me a comment. I want to thank you for watching. Until next time, be good to yourself.